we are back, and as you can see, everything is spot clear. And my wife is giving me applause, but the wall right over there, you don't see it, it's completely messed up. Some of the paint I tried to scoop with this syringe, but it didn't work out, so I used this big brush to scoop it and get it back in a pot, and I kind of saved most of it. Some of it is lost, and as you can see, it looks like a blood bath over here. This one is ruined, so we have the new one, and we will continue painting. So I was talking about why I like this type of pots. Well, for the reason you just saw, because you cannot tip them over and have paint spilled all over the place. And that is just, I don't know. I hate these pots just because you can do stuff like this. It can happen to anybody. So yeah, I should maybe probably have should leave the stream on and show you how I clean it up, but I thought I would probably clean it for an hour. I am surprised how fast I was. I think it was like a panic in me, and now I see that my pants also got some paint. So yeah, these might be ruined. I'm not really sure, because I mean it's a paint based on water, so it probably can be undone. And there's some paint on the monitor also. So yeah, I'm completely messed up everything around me. But we are not going to lose any hope, and we are going to continue with the painting. So we just did this one over here, and she has also bandana that I want to paint red because I did it green on this guy, and I want to keep that consistency. So we have blood red once more, but now I will keep it on my left over here so I don't accidentally hit on it with anything, and I'll definitely be more careful. Today I learned a valuable lesson. So now we are going to paint over this bandana, and then we are going to return to the yellow one because he's probably all dried up, and we can continue painting. Now this red covers really nice. It has so much coverage, and it is so great. It's just one go and you are completely done. You don't have to do anything beside that, which is like really cool. Okay, so the red one is done, and let's close this one up because we don't want any more mishaps to happen. So the one guy that was, or girl that was watching, is not watching now, so I am all alone on an internet, but not alone because there's a person behind me laughing constantly to my fails. So yeah, let's start and paint. What do I want to paint next? I want to paint the skin of the miniatures next, so I will do that with, I have some nice contrast color here. Let me just find it. Where is it? Okay, so I have this Gilliman flesh, and I will paint all the skin parts with it on all the miniatures. So I'm done with that, because then I can return and do other things. And I think this one will be light enough, because these chibi miniatures usually have light skin tone. So when we talk about humans, they have light skin tone. If it's demon, it would be a red skin tone, of course. But yeah, okay, so let's see how the skin color looks. How does Gilman flesh looks on the miniatures? And of course I will, wait, let me just wipe off the excess of the water. I will of course come back and redo the eyes. That will be the last part. Oh, this one flash is awesome. It is like it was like it is made for these miniatures. Wow, this is really nice skin color. I think probably this probably just became my favorite skin color to paint on any miniature ever. This looks awesome. Really nice skin tone. Really nice skin tone. I am surprised how great this one looks. I really don't like paint skins. Any type of skin. Is it red? Is it I don't know what. I really don't like it. For the reason being that I'm not good at it. The skin is really hard to paint. It doesn't look that like that. It's hard. Like it looks like it's not hard, but it really can be hard. So, but when you paint it with this contrast color, this looks spectacular, and there's really no effort in it. You just go and slap some paint on the miniature and drag it all around, and you have a nice skin tone finish. Wow, this is just amazing how it looks. Oh my god, I am in love with this paint. This paint is gorgeously looking. It's doing wonders. It's doing wonders, definitely. I will definitely paint more skin now when I have this one. I have almost all contrast colors. I got them all. I only miss black one because that one is really hard to find. Not sure why, but it is like sold everywhere. You can't come by it anywhere, and it escapes me why is it like so, but it is what it is. It's weird, but what can you do about it? I'll find it eventually and see how it looks. My best man has it because he's the lucky guy who found it and bought it, and when it came online, because he managed to find it in person, which was not an issue. When you're in Ireland and you are in a GW shop, you have all the access to all the paints and everything, so he got it from there. But actually it is sold everywhere. You cannot find it. Okay, so these skin tones, these are going really nice. It's like it's like a little magic happening right in front of your eyes. I am liking what I see. So yeah, as you can see, mishaps can happen even when you paint miniatures for, I don't know, 10 years, maybe more. I think I'm really not good with the numbers and all that, but I think I paint about 10 years, and I still manage to do stuff like that, like spill the pot full of paint. And it's just, it happens. The only thing you need to remember is that you can clean it up and everything is good. And I also have to use some white paint that I have, like this one, and paint the wall, because yeah, I would move the camera, but I really don't wanna, because I have it set up as the way I want, just to show you how the wall got it. But you'll trust me on it when I tell you it's not looking good. And even the curtains have a few little red dots. So it happened. What can we do about it? Good thing these are the colors that are based on water, so you can wash them pretty easily if you want to. If you have to, not if you want to. You want to paint, wash them when you make a thing that I just did. But yeah, so nobody's watching. I'm all alone. Stop laughing at me, woman. And I'm not saying that in a pity way. Oh my god, nobody's watching. I'm saying nobody loves me. Yeah. No, I'm saying it just because I thought I'd have at least five, four people watching. This streaming thing is pretty hard. So now that we are done with the contrast paints, we have to continue our endeavors. So we are going to repair some stuff that we did a boo-boo. So I'm going to use some white color. We are just going to go over some stuff that I will use contrast on, but I need them to be white because contrast colors don't cover well over other colors unless that other color is white. Is white even a color, or is it just non-existent? Like white. Wait a second, I'm having trouble. So these bottle paints are really, these have also one flaw, and sometimes they can clog up here, so you need to unclog them, and then like when you press them, they don't, the paint doesn't go out, so you have to have a clip like this to pierce through that. I think it's just paint that dried up in a weird way, so now you need to like push through it. And let's see, okay, so over here I want to repair this where his sword is thingy. I want to repair that because I want to go with that. I have a great contrast color for that one. I want to show you how great it looks. But first we need to go with the white over it. So we just quickly go. Good thing this is yellow, so covering with the white is not much of a problem. And he has some stripes around him, so we'll cover those too. And I have some water pooling. Oh my god, this is bothering me a lot. Okay, and we need to repair this thing here and this thing over here. Do we have something over here now, but we're gonna paint this probably black, so to give it a little bit contrast, to make it stand out a little bit. And I should definitely paint this one here, this thing I left here. This shouldn't be white, this should be yellow, so I'll have to come back with the yellow and repair some stuff because now I see what was the issue. Okay, so we have some straps here that need to be white, so we can paint over those, and these are all okay. So I didn't do much damage on this one. This one looks fine, if you ask me, but the others I did a lot of, especially on the red one because I spilled the paint. Yeah, spilling paint is fun. So we have this one. Okay, so we'll repair this thing here, and this thing over here needs a little bit of repairing, and this strap got some, and this sword, and this thing over here, and as I can see some on his hair down here, but I don't know which color I will use for the hair, so maybe I don't need to repair that, but better safe than sound. You can repair them if you really didn't need to. It doesn't matter. Little effort and the miniature will look awesome. Okay, so we need to repair some more of these things here. Got too much that was not meant for it. So here on sword, not that it matters, it will not show. These are just few little, these are like little touch-ups. You don't need to be neat as I am, but of course it's always good to be as neat as possible because you want the best results when you're painting miniatures. Of course you have to strive to be the best. Okay, I need a little more water in my white because it is starting to dry up. So yeah, you're probably asking yourself, am I using a wet palette or not? So currently not. I am still, I just recently discovered the wet palette, and it is awesome stuff. But as I said, I just recently discovered it, so I'm still not that good when I'm using it. So I mean, it's not like it's some nuclear science, but it definitely needs some practice and getting used to. But once you get to it, used to it, is like all new type of painting. And for all of you that don't know what the wet palette is, it is basically a baking paper that you put some tissue underneath, and that tissue needs to be very very wet, so that moisture goes through that paper, and then you put some paint on that baking paper, and the paint stays wet longer, and it's much easier to paint with it, because you really need to dilute your paints. You can't paint straight out of the pot unless you are using this one, then you can, but basically this one needs some dilution also from time to time, but they're not obligatory to be. But this regular paints like this one, or like this black one, or any kind of paint, regular paint, you really need to dilute those, because then you get a nicer coverage. And just quickly go and fix this one. You get nicer coverage, but sometimes you might have to go with more than one. uh, you'll have to paint over some spaces, parts of the miniature more than once, because the paint doesn't cover well when it's diluted a lot. But the finishing will look much better than if you use it straight out from the pot, when it's like too dense, and you'll get a chalky like results, and you really want to avoid that at any cost if you can. Okay, so we are done with this one, and let's see what boo-boos we did on the red one. So we have something on this stone here that we need to be repaired, and this one, no, we don't need to repair it because we'll paint it black, and this one should be red. All this should be red. Okay, so we have this strap that I don't want to be red, I want it to be white, and we did something on his hair, on her hair, and on a sword. So we're just going to, this part over here I completely messed up underneath, that I really didn't want to, but it happens because these are the contrast paints, so things like this are expected. And yeah, I don't know where this strap is going or what it's holding. Maybe it's like a bra or something. Super strange, but it's here, so we need to paint it a little bit differently. And I'll just do a little touch-ups on this bandana if there's need for a touch-up. But yeah, so this one is also done. I need to paint more red. See, I completely missed this back of the arm. It's completely white, so we need to come back with the red and touch up a few of these places. But overall we repaired, and as you can see, there's really no that much of repairing. And we have one viewer. Wait, is that my wife? No, she's nodding the head, it's not her. See, even my wife doesn't want to watch my live streams. But yeah, we need this red one that we just spilled a little while ago. And we need to repair a few things on this mini. And then we'll come back and repair some with the blue and the yellow, those sleeves that I didn't go all the way. I thought it was like their skin showing, but now I realize it's not, so we need to touch up a little bit on those. But they have some kind of like guards on their hands, so I have to watch for that and try not to paint those. But the hand, I definitely need to paint the hand here, because this hand is cloth, this red cloth that she has. And now you see this part over here, she has like a guard on her hand, so we'll paint that with a different color. Okay, so we did this. Oh yeah, she has some straps around her legs, so we need to paint that with some other color, but I won't probably go with the white over it because it's just too small. I'll just use some color and add it at the end, make it look like something. I don't know what exactly, but something. Okay, let's get back the color white, and we need to do some repairing. So we have this thing here that is like so, and then that same thing is here, and it's going over here all the way, and we'll do another pass because as you can see the red one is still showing through this white, even though it doesn't matter. Once we cover it with another color it will be barely noticeable. You notice it maybe now, but once the miniature is fully painted people don't notice that kind of stuff. So you need to forgive yourself if you do a little bit of mistakes. You really don't need to go all over it and then repeat it and try to erase those accidents. Sometimes you just leave it because you know it's in a place where nobody will look probably, and even if they do see it you challenge them to paint it better if they can, and if they can, then what can I tell you, it is how it is. But until then you just tell them no. Okay, so they need to oh, okay, we are not done with the white. So I see some of these guards that I didn't paint, those guards they have on a hand. So this one over here needs to be white because I want to use contrast color on that. Most certainly I will use it on it. Okay, and let me just check these two while I'm using white. Okay, so this one doesn't have those guards on his hand, which is okay, he doesn't need to have one, but this one most certainly has, and I didn't paint them, but I forgot to paint this thing here yellow, so we'll come back to that, but he's good. Okay, so from what I saw I need to repair the yellow one and the green one, so let's do that right now. Let's repair it and it will be like super easy, quick job. Like, wait, we just move this out of the way because I don't want to do a spilling again, and as you can see it is like super quickly bam bam bam, and we are done. And then this side over here, and we just paint it and it's done. The yellow one is repaired. It was like record time. Okay, so let's continue with the green one. Does the green need any type of repairing? I didn't remember. Nope, the green is good. The blue one looks okay. There I did some little boo-boo, but nothing, as I already told you. Don't get bothered by it. Okay, so I forgot to paint the skin over here. So I just noticed. Sometimes you notice stuff like this that you skipped, then just go back to it, even though it might frustrate you. I usually get frustrated by it, but it is what it is. You forget, you come back to it, you paint it, and you continue on your merry own way. And that's that for those colors. Now I want to go and all their straps, I want to paint those, and I will probably use a brown color I had around here, but it's now nowhere to be found. No, I won't use brown. I will use a space wolf gray. So I will use the gray color for all the straps, so I can leave the browns for the bow that this guy has and this thing on his back. So we'll keep those brown, but we will use space wolf gray for all the straps that we can find, and it's kind of bluish grayish tone of the color, which I think will go really nice with this miniature. We'll see. Even though these looks like these look like they would be brown, but as I already told you, I always like to do something a little bit different. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it's a kind of grayish tone, but I think it looks really nice. It gives some difference to the miniature, because if I did go with the brown, then this yellow one would probably look a little bit dull and not that much not that interesting as it looks now. Okay, so I missed a part here that needs to be yellow, so I just painted gray, and nobody will see that except you, because now I told you it's here. But don't tell anybody. Uh, so at least nobody in my club will probably notice. Okay, so now we have this part over here. I'll use brown for that most definitely. I don't want to go with with this gray color on it, but I will use the gray color for the guard, for this of the sword thingy. I will, oh, how do you call the part where you hold the sword? Is it, I don't know what it is. Okay, so this is the gray one, the gray color, and I'm thinking now I should maybe probably paint this one gray, or I should stick to my idea of painting it black, just because to give it some more visual interest. I don't know, I'll keep it for now like this, and then I'll come back and change my mind probably. Okay, so we continue with the straps. So we have straps on this guy over here, and if you are really neat, you don't have to go and repair anything with other colors, because you just go with this one and it will look awesome. So far I'm liking it. All these contrast colors are really looking nice. They really do wonders. You know, one swift go you have your miniature painted. And since this guy has two swords, we'll paint two of these in the grayish color. Now you see, that kind of looks maybe stupid, because his straps are already gray and this thing is gray, but you really want to use not as many colors as you really wish. You always have to constrain yourself and use a less amount of colors, because really less is more. Yeah, now when I'm looking, I should probably use this one and paint the metal part of the sword, but it's okay, it's really not that bad. So okay, so this one is done. Let's continue to the bow and arrow guy, and this one will be super quick. Okay, so yeah, this gray is kind of bluish tone, so this guy will look probably a little bit dull, but you cannot avoid that. Maybe I could make his look brown and not gray, but I want to keep consistency for this one at least. Maybe if I did paint job for the money or something like that, if it was a commission, maybe then I would do it differently, just because you want to deliver the best job you can, and this is not really the best I can paint. I can probably do better than this, but these are really just 4 little miniatures for a little game, and you want to be done with it as soon as possible. So I will paint also the tip of the arrow for this guy, just because I can. Nobody will notice it's the same color unless you are watching this video, then you will know it is the same color, but it's only you, so you won't tell anybody. Okay, this one is also complete, and we are going for the last one. And yeah, I see she has some leaf or something like here. Maybe we could do this gold, but I don't want to make it look too shiny, because you know what we talked about, less is more, that we are constantly talking about. So yeah, I will leave it like so, and we have this sword handle, of course, that goes in this color. we are done with all the straps on all of the miniatures. First you need to close the pot before you do anything else. You don't want to spill your colors, right? So, oh, we have a Lara XD and some other. Oh, we have 2 people watching. Wow. Hello. She says hi. Well, hello there. I'm sorry I didn't notice right away that you wrote anything because I was like all in the miniatures. So if you didn't watch the part 1, it's the part where I spilled most of this color all over here, and then I kinda had to clean it up. Not kinda, I had to clean it up. So now we need some brown colors. Wait just a second. Not this one. And where is it? Where is that skeleton? Okay, so we have this skeleton horde, which is really a nice brown color, and we are going to use it to paint their guards on their hands, and maybe this bow guy. We'll see. Okay, it's nice light brownish color. So we're just going to scoop a little bit of this, and we're just going to paint it like so on his guards, and then we'll also do this thing where he keeps his sword, because we can do it like that, because we can. It's simple, just because we can. Now when I think about it, it is a little bit light, maybe lighter than I really wanted it to be, but it is what it is. I'm going to stick to it, and yeah, sometimes you have to own your mistakes. So that was definitely a mistake. I should go with the kind of, I don't know, darker brown, but this one will do. Miniatures still look really nice. Now you have to of course be careful, because as you can see, this gray one over here is still not all dried up, so you don't want to transfer that to your brown and then mix them up together, because that would not look good. So if it's needed, maybe take a little pause, or you can use a blow dryer if you have one. I mean, I have it because my wife uses it, but I am kind of bald, so I don't need it. And yeah, so we are done with this guy, and we continue to the Bowmaster 2000. Yeah, that was lame. Okay, so we are going to paint this thing over here with it. Oh, and over here it looks really nice. It looks much better over here than on those parts, but it is what it is. Okay, so this one, yeah, this one doesn't have guards. The green one doesn't have these guards on his hands, so we're going to paint it on this guy over here, and we'll go also on this part of the bow, of the arrow actually. Part of this arrow will be also brown, and these will be brown, and all of these up here, and I mean down here and up here. Oh, you are from Finland. Well, hello Finland. What time is in Finland now? It's almost midnight here. So why are you awake and watching me paint miniatures? Okay, so this one I need to paint this, because you see I did a mistake here. I should paint this one blue, this part over here, but nobody's gonna see it because you look miniatures from this angle, so you will not see it. So it's really not necessary for me to go and repair that. And yeah, it's midnight and 18 minutes, so you're like an hour behind me. I mean in front of me, not behind me. Ahead of me, my wife says. See, my wife, she's really good at English. I am not. I'm terrible, but I still decided to make this channel English. I don't know why. I should probably stick to Croatia, but it is what it is. Okay, so we are done with the blue guy. I think I'm satisfied how it looks. And then we have the only girl in a squad, if I'm not mistaken. This is the only girl from all these minis. I mean, all these minis, it's like 4 miniatures. But I maybe could make it 2 girls and 2 boys, but it is what it is. It really doesn't matter as long as you paint miniatures, because that's what's interesting. Okay, so let's be done with this part over here and just a little bit paint around here. Okay, and so we are done with the skeleton horde. I wish I went with the darker brown, but it is what it is. I cannot change it now because thank you. I know they, I mean, I know that sounds really pretentious. I know they look good. I paint them, but I'm really satisfied how they look. So now I see. Now I see. I'm not done with the skeleton horde. We're gonna use it some more because I just noticed on the bases here we have some like wood material. It's like it's a deck or something, and so we are going to paint all that in this brownish color, and the rest will be gray probably, or green. I'm not sure if that is a grass or is it like some stones, something like that. Oh, and I'm completely off the camera. Yeah, sometimes I get too much in talking and then I'm not realizing I'm not keeping the miniature in the camera view, so you don't see what I'm doing. But yeah, as you can see, there is some kind of wood floor around here, so we're going to douse this in that skeleton horde paint, and I must say it looks really cool. This paint is actually really good for this type of like boards on the floor. Sits really well. Looks kind of cool, I think. Okay, so these two guys don't have any of those, so we'll skip this for now. And we are going to go, and what we are going to do next. I have a snake bite leather here. I want to use it, but it's really a dark brown, and I'm really not sure on what. I would probably use it on their feet because I want to distinguish their feet a little bit from the rest, or maybe I should use, no, I'm going to use this one. So we are now using a snake bite leather, and we are using it for their feet because they have some kind of shoes, like those stealthy ninja shoes, so we can presume they are of leather making because they need to be silent and stealthy when they are going all around the places. Yeah, I think it looks cool. It works well. So it is working really nice. I like it. I like this choice. I am not regretting this one. Okay. Now I know you cannot see this, but I'm really not able to angle it on a camera so you can see it and then I can see it to paint it. I would probably need to move the camera all around to make it for everyone to see. Okay, so maybe we should paint something else with that snakebite leather. I'm not seeing really anything that would work well. I don't know. For now, oh no, we don't want this because this one will be gray. So when we are done with the feet, we are going to paint these swords that they have with some nice light gray color. I don't usually paint with metals. I have colors that are like metal, like shiny colors, but I like more non-metallic metals when painting. I don't know how to paint non-metallic metal good. At least I paint it a little bit lame, badly, but I'm still learning. It is something that you don't know how to paint right away. You have to learn it, and it takes a lot of time. But I like to, non-metallic is when you are painting that something looks like it's painted metal, but actually it is not. It is just playing with lights and shadows. What country am I from? I am from Croatia, and you probably thought I was from Russia because of the accent on my English. Lots of people do. Lots of people think, "Oh, you are a Russian," and I'm like, "No, I'm from Croatia." Okay, isn't that the same? No, it is basically not the same. I mean, we have some similarities maybe, but it's not. We're actually really, really far away from each other. Okay, so this guy is also done, and I'm thinking maybe, okay, I will go and I will paint this one also with the snakebite leather, just to give it a little bit of warmth and looks nicer. Okay, this looks really, really nice. Now you see one thing, I completely missed to paint arrow here. It is still white, so I'll have to definitely repair that thing. And we'll just paint the feathers of the arrows also with this snakebite leather. As you can see, less is more. You really don't need to paint everything in different colors. And nobody will tell, oh my god, his feet are the same color as these feathers on these arrows, on the end of these arrows. Nobody will notice that. Trust me, nobody. Okay, so this one is done, and we have the last one here. So, okay, I took a little bit too much. So she's standing on some kind of a rock, so I need to avoid that one, not paint on it. And this leg here. Okay, and we are done with the snakebite leather. So, and we need to repair that arrow that we missed a little bit. So we did use skeleton horde on it, and this will be a super quick fix. Oh, I hope I don't spill some more paint, because then I think I would definitely then decide to not stream anymore, because, well, thank you very much for liking my art. It is really, I'm doing this because I really enjoy painting as a hobby, but I want to show everyone, because I hear from lots of people, oh, I wish I could paint as good as you. But everyone can paint as good as me, because I am not that good of a painter. I do a decent job. I don't downplay myself, but it really isn't hard to paint. You just need a little bit of practice and you are good to go. So now we are going to use basilicum gray. It is probably very similar to that griff charge, or maybe we could use a griff charge gray, because that one would fit a little bit. Okay, we'll use a griff charge gray. So this one is, I think, a little more bluish also, and we'll paint some metal parts, and the swords will go with this one, and we'll see how it works. Now I completely have no idea how this will work, so bear with me. Okay, so we're going to paint all these metal parts that they have on their foreheads with this color, and we'll see how that works, and also the swords. And I don't know, I think it doesn't look good, actually. I think it looks but it kind of looks like it is a metal, so I will leave it. I will leave it, but I don't think it is a good choice. It was a good choice of color, but I really want to finish these as soon as possible. I don't want to go all over this again. And as I told you, you have to own your mistakes. If you did mistake, own it. So, Lara, do you paint miniatures? Are you in, or you're just like to watch people paint miniatures? Okay, so let's see how will the sword look when it's painted. I think it looks okay. It's really not the best paint choice. Definitely not the best paint choice I ever did. But I think it looks okay. It's more of a greenish gray, which I kind of like, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. I'll keep it. Maybe, maybe off the camera, I'll just decide to paint over it with another color. But for now, I'll keep it. Ask me in a month or so. Ask me in the next video. So I'll probably do this each weekend one, maybe on a work day if I have some spare time, and if my little baby boy is asleep on time. Sometimes he likes to stay more awake, a little bit more than, I don't know how to tell it. I lost my English for now. It is complete. Don't laugh at me, woman. So my wife decided to laugh at me. Stop laughing, I said. But when I asked her, come be in a video with me, no, I don't want to. But now she's laughing and everything, so. Now she's laughing, but when she saw how I spilled that red color, she wasn't laughing. And then I told her, there's something on the wall also. Oh, you also paint. Well, I would say show me some of your art, but I don't know if you can link it here in a chat, maybe to some album you have on Facebook or something, because I would really like to see. But how you paint your miniatures. So you maybe paint better than me, but you are hiding it. Like, oh, your art is cool, and then I open your folder with your Facebook page, and you're like some pro painter thingy, and you completely put me to shame. Yeah, I starting to love this green, even though I didn't at first, but now it looks, I know, it kind of got to me. It looks awesome. I think it looks cool. Okay, we are done with the swords. Oh, you have an Instagram. I have an Instagram too. Do you feel that it is okay to publicly tell me what's your Instagram, so I can follow you if you put some great content on it, which I presume you do? And let me just drink a little bit of my water because I'm thirsty from all the talking. Okay, I have my mobile ready. If you tell me what is your Instagram profile. But you just draw in there. I like drawings. I used to draw when I was in high school. The graffitis on the back of my book, because I didn't really like school, so most of the time I just drew graffiti on the back of all of these books and notebooks, whatever. And thank God I finished school with good grades, because I had a scary father. I had to learn my what. my English is sometimes, I just sometimes lose words. So if you hear me talking about something and then suddenly stop with no apparent reason, just know that I completely blocked. And now we are going to use a basilicum gray, another gray, and I want to paint these stones beneath their feet because this one is more on a black side, so I kind of like it for the stone area. Okay, so I'll check your Instagram. Let me just finish with this one because these will need to cool down a little bit. I mean, not cool down, they will need to some time to dry up, and while they are drying up I will check your Instagram and tell you what I think about it. Wait just a second, and I'm off camera again, not painting so you can see. I mean, why should you look at it? I'm painting it, right? So yeah. Okay, I like how this gray looks on these stones. They look really nice, a little bit dark but nice. Okay, so that's one. Now let's go and paint the second one. This gray is really nice. Oh, I'm liking this basilicum gray. This basilicum gray is like super light black color. It's really, if you need to paint something black but you want to have it more definition and not to lose details, so I just maybe use these on those parts that I wanted to paint black. I'll probably use this. I don't think I will go with the regular black paint, even though I prepared it because I kind of thought I might need it for something. Yeah, and over here he has that ninja star on the floor, I just noticed, but we really don't care about it because we want to paint this quickly and to look good. And the last thing that I will spend most of the stream, I think, is painting eyes on these guys, because I really don't like painting eyes on the miniatures, but these one the eyes are like half of the head, so you really need to paint them, and they are fairly easy to paint against looking at other miniatures when you try to paint them like regular ones. Those eyes are like super tiny, you really can't paint those. Okay, so these are the stones for this one, and then only this one is left, and then I'll come back and wait for it to dry and see your Instagram profile. Wait, stay on the line for just a little second more and we'll chat about your, I mean, I could probably put it on a stream, but I think I'm not really prepared well. I don't know program that well. I streamed a little bit when I started this channel, but then I kind of left it. I didn't do it for a long time, I think almost 2 years. Not really sure why, but okay, so now we are done with the paint, and while we are watching the paint dry, let's put this guy over here if someone comes along the way so they can check out the miniature drying up. And let me see your Instagram profile. Let me just quickly go to the search. Okay, it is Nina. Okay, I'm still not finding you. Down that. Okay, just a second. J-A, then we go down again with this one. I am not finding you. P-I-I-R. Okay, I found you. I think I found you. Oh, you. When did you start your Instagram? You need to have more followers. You need to start following more people. Oh, I like that video of that little girl. It like has that chibi anime style. Oh, so did you paint that girl? Because that looks really cute. It's like a maid or something. Oh, it's like a speed paint job. It has wings. Wow, really nice. Really nice. Oh, you are drawing hands. I never knew how to draw a hand. Drawing a hand was so I'm following you now on Instagram, so please put more pictures. And yeah, I never knew how to draw hands. Drawing hands was like a dream come true. What? Holy Grail, my wife says. Yeah, painting hands is. I'm looking. I'm trying to find that. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so I decided while I was watching your Instagram profile that I want to use this dark gray on these parts that I wanted to paint black. I will paint with this gray color. Okay, so here it goes. Let's see how this will look. I should definitely dilute this color more for this, because you see this is the problem of these contrast colors. They don't work well on these flat areas. These flat areas are really not that good looking with the contrast colors, but for the job done so quick, it's really not, it's really looking good. And yeah, so it's not the best work I did, but it is honest work. So we are going to paint this mask of her also. Okay, so yeah, painting hands is hard, and it's like super hard. Now I just noticed one more thing. So this girl over here, she has some ears beneath her hair that are barely visible but are there. So I'm just going to ignore it, just to show you that you can do that without any problems. And also I missed to paint this stone that she's standing on, so we need to paint this one, and watch to not other to not get watch to not get other. Oh my god, I don't know how to pronounce the words anymore. Okay, so we are done with the black one, and now I thought I want to say all thing left, all we need to do now is paint hair, but no, we need to paint the eyes at the end, and that will be some process worth of the sweat. But now I need to pick a color for their hair. So these two miniatures have hair, so I need to pick a color of which hair they will have, and I will probably go with the Nasdrag yellow. Just it's kind of different yellow from this one. It's not the same yellow, so it will be a little bit different, but still not that different. Or maybe I could use some browns that I have here. Let me just quickly check. Okay, so maybe Agarosh Dunes. Okay, I will use Agarosh Dunes. I know that one. That one is really nice color that I already used on some, when you want to paint some of these like raincoats. When you want to paint some raincoats, this color looks amazing on those. But I will use it for the hair now, which is like a precedent, right? Brown. What do you mean when you say brown? I'm not really sure what did I talk about because this jet has a little bit delay, and I don't know how to make it not be delayed. I mean, I know in a YouTube when you can set up things, I set it up so there's no delay, but I still notice there's a delay and I don't get to respond right away because of the delays. So don't think I'm ignoring you, it's just you are really young. How young are you? When you say really young, do you mean like you are 10 and you are still awake at this time? Don't let me come there and make you go to bed. Yeah. How old are you actually? Because I'm really old. You are 11. Seriously, you are 11. Okay. I really didn't expect that. 11-year-old to be awake at this time of hour. Yeah, I'm 38. Uh, I just celebrated my birthday on the 20th of August. Wait, and so you are 11, you are from Finland, and you still understand my English. Wow, that's an achievement by itself. Understanding my English. Okay, so we have a new contestant here. Painting miniatures at 11. Yeah, can you believe it? When I was 11, I ate dirt in front of the house. I didn't. Okay, so I just want to comment on this hair. I really like this color of the hair. Now I know that I really need to work on this camera if I can somehow make it colors. Colors are a lot warmer when I look at them than on the camera. On the camera, they look really like cold and this guy Zeblit, uh, he's trolling. 38 is old. Yeah, I think I'm old. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel old. I definitely don't feel old, but to someone, there are some people, some young fellows like 10, 11, like Lara is, that come to the club where we play board games, and they usually go talk to me like I'm super old, like, excuse me, mister, when they tell me mister, and I'm like, oh my god, you just added 10 more years to me. So, I don't know, I don't feel old by no means, but it is what it is. When I was younger, when I was like 20, 21, 22, I thought that people who have 38 years are like super old people, and they should probably be home with their wife and kids and don't play with little miniatures and painting and stuff like that. And now I'm here sitting at home painting miniatures, and my wife constantly making fun of me. Now she's gone. I mean, she's here, but she's doing other stuff. So yeah, but I like this color on the hair. It looks really nice. It is like super cool looking. And okay, basically we are done with the miniatures. We just need to paint eyes, and that is that. Oh, Kotska is here. Well, hello there, my old friend. Okay, so Zeblitz is what? 49. Yeah, I think you are old. You are 49. Just started painting miniatures. Did my 4 or 5 just a few days ago. And yeah, what's going on here? So yeah, from all of a sudden everyone is chatting on a channel. So what is happening? I decided when I'm painting miniatures, I want to show you how I do it, just to give you maybe an inspiration, so you can paint your own miniatures, to see that it's not that hard. And if you watch the first part of this stream, I think it's on the channel, you will see that I spilled all the bottle of this color, I mean this red color. I spilled most of it, but then I managed to scoop it up with the brush. It was like super crazy accident. But yeah, so what is going on here? We are painting miniatures and talking about how old we are. And yeah, you need to feel young at heart. That's the most important thing, because even though you are 38 or 48 or 49, however old you are, uh, feeling young at heart is what's important. Okay, so now we are done with the miniatures. Let me just show you how they look. And as you can see, it took me like what, an hour without spilling paint and everything. Let me just try and move them so you can see them all. So yeah, these are all painted up now, and we need to do some touch-ups on the bases, of course, but I will not do that on the camera. I just take a black paint and do the rim around it. But now we need to paint the eyes, because these chibi miniatures have like big eyes, and that is the worst part, because I really don't like painting eyes on the miniatures, but it is what it is. So let's get to it. So you will be 12, of course. I mean, You have a whole world in front of you and you're painting miniatures at the age of 12. That is really something awesome, if you ask me. Okay, so now this is really tedious work. I really need to be like super slow, and this will be very boring to watch probably, because this is the part where you need to be like super careful. You don't want to go over the places you already painted, because you already did that. You don't want to do it again. Okay, this was not that hard. Actually, now it looks like it's super weird. It's like all white, like but yeah. So let's start. Let me just quickly check one thing on the computer. Am I still online? Because it says I'm not. I'm not sure why, but it says I'm not online. Do you receiving me? Do you see any of these? Am I still streaming? I'm really not sure now. Something weird is happening. Super weird. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I will just continue painting these little eyes first. Okay, so first we need to paint everything white, because then we'll do some eyes, and I will not do those chibi style eyes where you paint the iris and everything, because I'm not feeling that much skilled tonight and it's a little bit late. I want to finish this, so I will just put a little black dot on a strategic place and it will look cool, trust me. So I just need to make this white without painting anything where we don't want to paint. Okay, so second one is done. Third one, okay, this one will be super hard because his eyes are like squinting and it's really hard to get to them. So I need to make my brush really pointy and thin and just go like a little bit like so. I'll probably have to do 2 coats because I now diluted my color too much, but it's really needed, because when the color is diluted enough, when paint is diluted enough, you can have more control over it, where you want it to go, and it will not look chalky. And so I kind of did a little boo-boo here. I'm not proud of this work, but so I have to come back to this one. But first let me just paint this one over here, and somebody's writing something. Okay, I'm getting some messages, I think, about the stream, but I'm not really sure. I will check them later. If it's something important, people would probably call. But who calls you in the middle of the night? Can see and can hear. Yeah, but quiet. Oh, okay. I am quiet. Maybe I'm now louder a little bit. I'm quiet because I have a little baby sleeping in a room next to me, and I can't be loud. So I need to work on that. Maybe I can tweak up a microphone a little bit. Wait. Make a drawing painting channel. Is it a good idea to make a drawing painting channel? I think there's lots of drawing and painting channels, and if you really want to, why not? Wait, let me just test this thing a little bit. If I put microphone like so, does this sound a little bit better? Or is it too loud maybe? Because I don't want to shout at you from my screen. And much better. Okay, nice. Okay, so I was not really sure about the settings of the microphone because I don't want to get it too loud. Okay, so we need to repair the eyes on this guy over here, because this one is the hardest to paint. This is like really tedious work, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Painting eyes is hard. I don't usually, as I already told you, I don't usually paint eyes on the miniatures, and now I just I put a little white paint over here. I I have to correct that, or else I will be nervous about it. Okay, so now let's just quickly go with another coat of white over these, just in the middle, to give it a little more definition, because the first coat was like super transparent. You probably don't see it very well on the screen, but over here it really looks a little bit different, like it has a little more color, more white to it. Doesn't this one look creepy with these just white eyes? It looks super creepy. So yeah, you ask, Clara, is it good idea to make a drawing painting channel? I think let me just answer Lara, then I'll answer to you, Kotska. So yeah, why not? If you really want to, why not? If your parents let you, I mean, because you are a minor, so I don't think if that would be an issue with the YouTube maybe or something like that, but go for it, why not? Make an Instagram, go on, and what's that, there is a site that where people put the things they are painting. I'm not really sure what's its name, but yeah, do it, go for it if you really want to go for it. Okay, so now I'm just mixing this. I'm not mixing, I'm shaking it, this black, so I can paint the eyes. Yeah, new games I played this week. I had the pleasure to play Escape Plan, and Escape Plan is super awesome game. Yeah, I had really fun with it. Now there's a lot of going on in this game. You will not get all of it on the first go. You will probably be super bad at it, because I played with 3 seasoned players, but I was even better than one of them. I was better than Hervé in it, and it's his game, so I'm really proud of it. But yeah, the game is really fun, and I cannot explain it because not escape land, escape plan, 2 words. You know, when you plan your escape, well, reverse those words, escape plan. Yeah, my English is awesome. So yeah, the escape plan was really fun and interesting game. I also got to play, which new game I played? Oh my god, I know I played something, but I cannot remember. Escape plan. You got me. So yeah, escape plan. Oh, I also played another game of underwater cities. My god, this game is underrated. People should definitely talk more about it. So right now I'm preparing the black color to paint these eyes, and now behold the eyes. Now this one will look to the left, so we'll paint the eyes in the left corner like so. At least I will try and paint the eyes. I'll probably need to go with the white again to change, to repair damage I do. And if you hear some people cheering outside, okay, so the eyes are done on this one. I'm kind of a little bit proud of it. Yeah, some kids are in front of my house celebrating drinking, so if you hear any loud noises from the outside, it's the kids, it's not me. Men at Work, yeah, I saw that game. I tried to get it, to purchase it, but I didn't. I don't know for what reason, but I just didn't. But I think you put a picture somewhere, or your friend Tony did, and it looked interesting. Okay, now I'm super scared to paint these eyes. These eyes are really something else. Okay, so this one will have like these little beady eyes, but it will look evilish a little bit. And when you're painting eyes, the problem is you really want to avoid them look like they're drunk, not drunk, but I don't know, the best word I can remember now is retarded, because you need to space the eyes evenly, or else they will look not good. Like for example, I'll try and you see these two eyes now. These eyes don't look good at all. So I'll have to definitely come back with the white color and try to I'm sorry, I just bumped the mic, and try to repair the damage I did. But sometimes you need to like invert the miniatures in all kinds of different ways. So now I'm going to paint on places where I don't want to paint just because I can then repair it. And my wife is going off to bed. Good night. She's waving. She's probably waving to you guys too. And girls. Okay, so now we have this one. And this one will also have a mean look. So we'll make him look up like so. And the other see, now I overdo it a little bit more again, so I'll definitely have to come back and repair this. Oh my god, I hate painting eyes. Painting eyes is super hard. And with this one, since this one is looking to the right, this one will look to the left. Just because we can. And let me just make it like so. I need more water in my paints. So these are drying like super quickly. It's really hot. I'm all sweating up. Okay, so I see you are writing something to me, but I cannot look right now. I will in a second. Let me just finish this eye. Oh my god, this eye looks awful. This is the awfulest looking eye I ever painted. I'll definitely have to come back and redo it. I think I have the wrong brush for it. I took a little bit too thin brush, and it's super hard to control it when it's like super thin. So yeah, the eyes are now done. We can say almost done, because we need to go with the white and repair some of the mistakes that we did. Okay, so what we are talking about. Yeah, Quacks of Quedlinburg is really great game. Yeah, at the moment it is fun. I played it I think 2 or 3 times. It was super fun. It even made to my top 10 list. Spoiler alert, me and Slaven, after a year of not filming, filmed a top 10 list. I will probably put it sometimes next week when I have time to edit it, because editing top 10 lists is super boring and I really don't like it. But people like top 10 lists, so you have to do it, right? Okay, now what we are doing is, first I need to clean my brush properly because I didn't, and now all my white color is messed up. Okay, so now we are going to go and repair the damage that we did on the eyes with the white. So now we are just going to make these eyes look even. Sometimes it's necessary, sometimes it's not. Okay, so I did a little bit of touch up and it looks much better. Okay, so that's that one. Now this one is my pain in the ass, if I can say so. This one will be super hard to repair because his eyes are like, see, and now I did a mistake. And okay, so I'll definitely paint over it and just paint these eyes again because I didn't do a good job and I'm not liking it. So now he has all the white in his eyes, and we'll come back to him. So this guy over here, he just needs a little bit of touch up, nothing much, just a little bit underneath here, and he's good. maybe some more black. I think I'll come back to this one too, but this one needs some serious repairing. I did some seriously not good looking eyes on this one, and I know you cannot really see it, but I can, and it just bothers me so much. I need to repair it. Okay, I think it's okay. It's not perfect, but I really don't want to mess with it anymore because I think I talked about wet palette uh, an hour ago or something like that. Now I discovered white palette. How do you pronounce it? I discovered it not so long ago, and I was blown by it. It is super awesome stuff, but I still don't know how to use it well. So I use it from time to time, but just I didn't want to use it. This is actually my first live stream of painting miniatures, so I didn't want to go with the wet palette because um, I'm still learning how to use it. But I must say it is an awesome tool, and once you discover it and once you start using it, it is something different. Okay, so now I'm painting eyes again on this blue guy because I was not satisfied how it looked the first time, and I hope I don't mess it up this time. And I think I kind of a little bit did already. Let's see if I can repair it. Sometimes you can come back and save the day with just a little dot on a strategic place. Okay, so let's make it like so. I know I'm a little bit quiet, but because this is so delicate work, it needs my full concentration. So sorry for that. If you ever paint eyes, you will know what I'm talking about. This thing went sideways really bad. Okay, so I'll have to repair this one again. I didn't do a good job. Let me see if I can do this with the other one. I hate painting eyes. I just hate painting eyes. Eyes are so hard to paint and so unnecessary. Why do we have eyes? I know maybe I should be a little bit slower, take more time, but I think that watching me painting eyes for hours would not be fun for anyone. Okay, so this one went really good. I am really satisfied with these two. These two have really nice eyes. This guy over here kinda has a good eyes. I think this one is a little bit messed up. Maybe I can try and fix it once more. Wait, if I just manage to put a little dot here and not mess up anything else. My paint is drying up like crazy. I need a wet palette. Definitely. So wait, oh, you are back, Lara. Well, welcome back. Yeah, Kotska, we did another top 10 list. We didn't do one for a very long time because Slaven was traveling a lot. So, and I had a little baby, newborn. He just turned 1 year. Okay, so I'm glad how this one turned out. And the last one I need to repair with some more white because I messed up that. Okay, so a little bit white, just a little bit. Okay, so now I need to repair the eyes on this one, and we are finished for tonight. I'm done. I'm going off to bed, but I will be back probably every Sunday, but I will not promise you anything because you know how it is, life, things happen, and I don't do this as my day job. This is just a hobby of mine, so you know how it is. Okay, so I try to repair it, and then I oh my god, and then I did again a thing I didn't want to. I make his eye too small. It is just not looking good. But I'll try and repair it again with the black a little bit, because they really don't look even, and that bothers me a lot. Okay, so just a little dot, Daniel. Just a little dot. Don't overdo it. Just a little dot. And I think I finally have it. It's not the best, but I'm fine how it looks. So I need to paint the rim of the base black, but for that I need to take the mini out, and I don't want to because some of this paint is still fresh, so I don't want to go with my greasy fingers all over it. But yeah, we are complete. We are done with it. Now, for how long? It's hour and a half that we are filming, so I think I was done in about 2 hours. So 2 hours for 4 miniatures and looking really good on a table. I think that's really a decent, I think that's a decent painting time, if you ask me, since I know I used to spend a 2 hour per miniature. So basically, yeah, we are done. I could do some more details, like for example some highlights on some parts, and it would make the miniature pop out even more, and not with these contrast colors, but with the regular colors like this one. So you can do some highlights on some details, and it would look like it is a pro painted miniature, and it is like super easy work. But yeah, it is done, it is complete. I could maybe go for some more details, but I really don't want to, because it looks good as it is. Okay, so let me just quickly show you 360 of each miniature. And yeah, so we have, let me just, okay, so here's the zoom. Okay, so we have this guy with the bow and arrow. He is done. And then we have this green guy with 2 swords. I really like the hair color. The hair color looks so awesome. Okay, so we have that guy, and we have this guy over here, or sorry, this girl over here. And now I don't like this part, this gray part. This part here doesn't look good. It had some pooling, but it is what it is. It's okay. I'm really not bothered that much by it. And the last one is this yellow fella, even though it looks kind of brownish to you probably, but it is yellow, I promise you. So yeah, that is that. That's it for today. Thank you guys and girls for watching. It was my first live painting. I know I have to work on a sound maybe some more, and try not to spill paint and stuff like that. But thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time, maybe next week, maybe sooner. Depends if I have a will to paint and everything. But this over the work days I don't want to paint for this long, because I have to go to sleep. I have to work in the morning, and I don't want to go sleepy to work. I hate going sleepy to work. I like my sleep. But thank you for hanging out with me while I paint the miniatures. So I'm just waiting for 1 hour and 30 minutes so I can end it. Yeah, thank you. It was really fun and interesting experience. Please do watch the part 1 where I spill the colors. It is super fun stuff. If I ever spill color again, I will most definitely not stop streaming, so you can see all the fuss and all. I was like scrambling around. What is happening? Oh my god, I need to clean it before it sticks, and even there's some red left here. I'll have to try and remove it if I can. But yeah, that is that. It's almost 1 hour and 30 minutes streaming, so thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again some next time. Pozdrav!